Hello, I'm Dr. James Bogash, expert in health and longevity and creator of Bogash Life in Balance, as well as the author of Migraines and Epilepsy, How to Find Relief, Live Well, and Protect Your Brain. Which brings me to the topic of today's video, and it has to do with the links between menopausal hot flashes and migraines. And I'm going to go into, in a moment, I'm going to go into why those are likely linked. But this was a study on 3,300 women in the Mayo Clinic system. What was a little disturbing was 27% of these women, they were aged 45 to 60, and 27% of them had a history of migraines. Like that's way too high. And but it's what it was, and they found that the women with more severe women with a history of migraines were 40% more likely to suffer from severe hot flashes. And that worked in reverse. The women who had severe hot flashes were more likely to be migraine sufferers. So without a doubt, there was a pretty tight link between those two. And it has everything to do with blood vessel health. Now, the authors suggest it might have been something neurologic or the fact that they are both tied to cardiovascular disease risk, but we're missing the point in that they are all a problem with the blood vessels. So nobody has a heart attack or a stroke until their blood vessels go south, until they're not healthy for a while, and then we have a heart attack or stroke. Migraines are the same thing. They have everything to do with the health of the blood vessels. I've covered this ad nauseum in prior videos, but also in my book, where I talk about how endothelial dysfunction, or basically the health of the blood vessels, how healthy are they? When they're unhealthy, they lead to things like migraines, and the brain gets pissed off because it can't get the nutrients that it wants. And all too often, all we do is medicate, and if we can control the headache, we pat each other on the back and high five, and we're like, we're good, but we haven't fixed anything. There's no migraine drug out there that actually fixes the problem. All they do is cover it up. In the meantime, the blood vessels are on fire, they're not healthy, and it leads to things like heart attack, stroke, and in this particular case, vasomotor symptoms, so more hot flashes. So it shouldn't come as a big, when you look at that, it shouldn't come as a big surprise because blood vessel health is such a key component for both. The biggest thing I always have to say with migraine sufferers is that there are things that you can do. They're so programmed to believe that there isn't anything we can do to help them or control the headaches, and that's just not true. And it's one of the take-home messages I always give to my migraine sufferers is that there are absolutely things that you can do to bring them under control, and in many cases, get rid of them. As always, I'll post a link to this particular study in the description. Make sure you like this video, share it with somebody who you think needs the information, and subscribe to the channel.